my man Nate, man. Shout out to Nate, bro.
What up? What up? What up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new video of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. I am your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own, Dre Day. What's up? What's up? What's up? Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. Also hit that notification bell so that way once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know that I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend, all that good stuff. Whew. This video here, we was in for a doozy last night. Prime time WNBA, New York Liberty, Indiana Fever. Not gonna hold you. I was so ready to pull the trigger and go to this game. But I wanted to see a scary movie. I wanted to see a scary movie. So me and my girl chose to go see that as opposed to going to the Liberty game, which was a good thing because had we did go to the game, we might have got caught in some rain. So it was a good thing we didn't go. But go see Scary Movie because it was a good movie. I recommend it. So shout out to the Wayans family for taking it over again, taking the franchise over again, and making it compelling and making it funny and hilarious. So shout out to the Wayans family. I just had to throw that in there. Huge fan of the Wayans family, so I had to throw that in there. But yes, primetime New York Liberty, Indiana Fever game. I would say both teams needed this in some way. Indiana was coming off of a victory against the Atlanta Dream. So again, for them to take out a team that people view as a threat to win a WNBA championship, and now you're coming to New York to play another team that people view as a threat. Of course, I'm going to say that because I'm a Liberty fan, but for them to spin the block and now come to New York to play the Liberty, you know, this was somewhat of another game that they can have to where they can boost some confidence and whatnot. The Liberty, on the other hand, I made a video a few weeks ago talking about the Liberty, and at that time they wasn't playing well. And I was saying that how I think they had, who was it they had? I think they had 2 games against Phoenix, and then they had a game against Toronto. And all I said was I needed them to win all 3 of those games so we can somewhat get back on accord. They did that. And now we had this game. And I was kind of hoping that we can keep it going. Now, in the beginning of the game, that was not the case. It was touch and go. And then when third quarter came, I was really getting ticked off to the point where I was going to stop watching. But that full court press came. And when that full court press came and Indiana looked like they was going to take the game away, we put on that full court press and they couldn't do nothing about it. It was basically turnover after turnover after turnover. I want to say Indiana probably in that third quarter when we put that press on, I want to say about 5 to 6 times they turned the ball over and they couldn't do anything. I want to salute Monique Billings because in that first half, she went to work. I think this might have been her best game a part of this Fever team. Now, obviously, she, joined them in free agency. She was with the Golden State Valkyries, and then she came to Indiana. This was probably her best game as a Fever to date, right? Kelsey Mitchell. I gotta call you to the fire. I gotta call you to the fire, but I'm going to do that later on. I want to salute my Liberty because this was one of those games where they stinked up the joint. I want to say second quarter to third quarter, and then they put that press on. They could have easily just said, you know what, we're not playing well today. Let's just give up and let's get ready for Connecticut on Monday. They could have easily did that, but they didn't. And they didn't do it because they know who that other team is. Now, contrary to whatever it is, Indiana is still a threat. They're still a threat. Like, if they can get it together somehow, and if Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin and Aliyahboston, if their big three is on the same accord and they're playing a real good game, they're difficult to beat. But if 2 out of the 3 is struggling, which was what happened in this game, you got a shot to beat them because, listen, Kelsey Mitchell, listen, I know I get at Caitlin Clark, and I will as well. But Kelsey Mitchell, you had 21 points, but you took 21 shots to get them. 7 for 21. Listen, I just said this about Caitlin a few weeks ago. You can make a case that she shot herself out the game. Kelsey Mitchell, I can say the same for you in this. You shot yourself out the game. But again, I get it. She's a volume shooter. But just because you're a volume shooter doesn't mean you stink up the joint. And that's basically what she did in this game. So I got to call it how I see it. Caitlin Clark, once again, another struggle. Now, when it comes to her, I want to know what her apologies, what the excuse is going to be for her poor behavior, for her poor game. Like, I need to understand what the excuse is going to be because 10 points, 4 for 14 from the field, 2 for 6 from the 3-point line, 5 fouls. I want to know what the excuse is. I want to know whose fault that is. You can't blame Stephanie White for this. You can't blame her for this. So this is a question for her apologists. Whose fault is it? But shout out to paulineastier because she understood the assignment, especially in that fourth quarter, especially towards the latter end of that fourth quarter. She understood the assignment. She saw what Golden State did. She saw what Dallas did, and she saw what Portland did. She saw Caitlin Clark guarding her in crunch time and her eyeballs lit up. And in the words of Shaquille O'Neal, barbecue chicken alert. And that's exactly what she did. Now, I don't understand why Atlanta couldn't do that a few days ago, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to talk about this game here. But paulineastier has done a phenomenal job holding it down for Sabrina Ionescu as she continues to recover from this injury. Satu Sabali gave us 13 points. Stewie gave us 30 points. Now, I know the controversial thing is, all those free throws she took. I'm not going to lie. 21 free throws for a person is a lot. It's a lot. But I will say this about Stewie, though. She has a gift. Like, that's a gift of hers of being able to draw fouls. She has a gift to do that. So I can't really, critique her on it. I can't really hate on her for it because she has a gift of drawing fouls. She knows how to position herself. She knows how to draw contact. So you can't really hate on her for that. But I will say this, though. There's a video that's going around that I think it was in the fourth quarter when we mounted the comeback. Stewie had got fouled or whatever. She got up and she was frustrated. And then she went to the bench and she was arguing with an assistant coach. Now that's the video that's circulating. Now, of course, you have those people on threads like, oh, When Stewie do this, it's okay. But when Caitlin Clark does it, it's a problem. Yes, Stewie can do that. Yes, Stewie can. Because Stewie is a proven winner. Stewie is a proven winner. She has the absolute right to vent the way that she did to an assistant coach. He didn't belittle him. They had a disagreement, and that was that. And on top of that, we don't know Stewie for doing this. Now, if y'all seen any recent videos in the past of Stewie doing this, please send them to me. But to my knowledge, she's never done this before. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, well, we already know her history. Breanna January, Stephanie White, her issues like her berating the refs, even telling the ref to shut the fuck up, and she never gets held accountable. So yeah, Stewie can do this. Caitlin can't do it. And I don't care how it sounds because it's the truth. It's the truth. But yeah, like listen, I'm proud that the Liberty fought back and won that game because it wasn't looking good. I'm not gonna hold you. It was not looking good. The building was quiet. I was watching it on TV, so I can only imagine how it was in Barclays because usually Barclays be lit because I go to the games a lot there. But watching it on TV, it wasn't looking too good in that third quarter. But once that full court press came in, that was all she wrote. And again, like I said, Kelsey Mitchell did not play well. She stanked up the joint. So as much as I'm saying Caitlin stanked up the joint as well, you can say the same thing about Kelsey Mitchell. She stanked up the joint as well. Aliyahboston, she did her thing. But it's something about Aliyahboston that's starting to get on my nerves. And I don't know if y'all picked up on it, and maybe y'all have. I mean, she's always complained about, fouls. But I think I think it's starting to become too much with her as well. I don't know. Maybe Caitlin Clark is really rubbing off on her because I guess she feels like she don't foul nobody either. And I love Aliyahboston. I love me some AB. I love me some Aliyahboston. Been following her since South Carolina days. But I don't know. Maybe Caitlin Clark is rubbing off on her and is rubbing off on the wrong way because it seems like right now you're complaining about calls and yada, yada, yada. But besides that, AB played well yesterday. Like she did two amazing moves on Jonquel Jones in the paint yesterday. Like her footwork, that footwork that she displayed reminded me of Hakeem Olajuwon. If you saw the game yesterday, you will understand what I'm talking about. But listen, my Liberty is now on a court where I think it's a 4-game winning streak, if I'm not mistaken. We beat the Mercury twice. We beat Tempo. And now we beat Indiana. Let's check the record real quick because I'm dumbfounded right now. Let me see something here. Hold on. Let me see something here. What's the record? Yep, 7-4. Yep, we are 7-4. We are currently on a 4-game winning streak. So yeah, ever since I made that video a few weeks ago, we haven't lost the game. So I would like to think that I had something to do with that. So it is what it is. But before I go, I have to do it. It's another clip that's going around that people are not too thrilled about. So I'm going to play it right now, and I want to know what her apologists have to say about it. I want them to explain themselves. I want them to try to defend this. Did y'all see that? Clearly annoyed the teammate, paid the teammate no mind when she tried to go for a high five. Let me guess, she had something in her eye so she didn't see her. So yeah, Caitlin Clark stands. Caitlin Clark apologists. I want to know what's the excuse for that. And then you wonder why people have a problem with her because of things like this. But anyway, it's time to bounce up out of here. Salute to my Liberty for winning that game. Great comeback. Great comeback. But listen, we got Connecticut coming up next. So I'm not gonna say that should be easy because some of these teams, Connecticut is probably looking to get that number one pick, but for certain teams, they're going to play their hardest, right? Like those teams that are the threats in the W, they're going to give it their all when it comes to them. So, so salute to my Liberty. Hopefully we can keep it going. But y'all hit me in the comments and y'all tell me what y'all think. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. If you haven't already, it's right there on the bottom of the screen. Subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification bell so that way once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know that I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, all that good stuff. In closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another video of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. Catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here.